All right. Let's read on.
Epstein is a linchpin in a network of high-power corruption and abuse for which there has been almost no accountability. While trafficking children, he partnered with players in multiple industries that are frequently the subject of widespread anxiety over their rising power and diminished sense of responsibility toward the public good.
Yeah, because that's what happens when you become a politician and you know start to build up your ranks, right? As a politician, you started out, you might have cared about this and that, you were trying to get change, but now you don't care about the public at all. You know, you're into it for your own selfish, um, you know, reason. Go ahead.
Government, technology, media, national security, higher education. He spent decades with Ghislaine Maxwell operating a trafficking operation in which hundreds of children were raped by powerful men from around the world.
And you know, this Ghislaine Maxwell person, the female who I guess was doing a lot of, you know, finding these underage children, you know, kids and stuff. Um, she was the only one that really caught any charges on this. She was pretty much the scapegoat or the fall guy for all this whole scenario here, right? Because I don't know if we're gonna get to it, you know. But go ahead.
Among the men accused of abusing girls procured by Epstein and Maxwell are Trump,
and we're not talking about Beauregard, Fred Trump. We're talking about the Trump that everybody knows, DJ Trump. Go ahead.
Prince Andrew.
Yeah, the Prince Andrew, the false prince over there in Europe, right? Go ahead.
Alan Dershowitz.
Alan Dershowitz. I'm familiar with that name, but I couldn't tell you who he is.
He's a lawyer.
That's what I thought.
That's what, yeah.
Was it with the OJ trial or something?
John Gotti.
Ah, yeah.
And Ehud Barak. All have denied the accusations, though Prince Andrew has entered into a confidential settlement with an accuser.
And I'm sure Trump and the other ones got on him about that, boy. Like, he making us look guilty.
Powerful men who have associated with Epstein include Clinton, Steven Pinker, Harvey Weinstein, Larry Summers, and Bill Gates. This is an abbreviated list limited to some of the most high-profile and well-documented examples. Epstein and Maxwell had their tentacles everywhere.
Wow. Hey. And the list goes on and on, right? So this is why, hey, we can't get distracted by all the wickedness going on out here, because it's going to happen. Right. The wicked is going to be wicked, man. And so we got plenty of work to do on our own end, right? We got to wake the elect up. We got to get our family right. We got to get ourselves right, right? So, you know, we can't be getting involved with these types of individuals, right? Now, we must be aware of these wicked type devils out here, right? But we don't have to be focusing on everything they do, right? We don't have to be sensationalizing what they do. We don't have to be fearing what they, you know, we don't have to fear them. You know, we definitely don't need to be envying them, right?
Right.
So, and let's get that Daniel 12, 10 and 13.
You skipped Psalms 35?
Oh, so I did. Nah.
Okay.
We don't do that. Let's get Daniel 12, 10 and 13.
Many should be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand.
That's right. So you gotta be wise, people. Separate yourself from the wicked, right? They don't understand. You know, the wicked ones, they're going to be doing their thing regardless. You got to separate yourself from them so they ain't caught up in their plagues, right? So now let's go through Psalm chapter 73, right? 1 through 9, then 10 to 14. And I'll just get a couple more and close it out.
Psalm chapter 73, verse 1. Truly, Yahweh is good to Israel,
Right.
even to such as are of a clean heart. But as for me, my feet was almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked.
Right. So in other words, hey, I was starting to go off because I had started looking at all these wicked people and started actually thinking that, I was envious of them or something like that, right? But I was just tripping. Go ahead.
For there is no bands in their death, but their strength is firm.
Right. So, it was kind of intriguing to see that, they passed away. It seemed like everything's fine. It seems like, they're not going through financial, they don't have to set up a GoFundMe account just to bury the people, but that ain't nothing, right? Go ahead.
They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compasses them about as a chain. Violence cover them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than their heart could wish.
Mm-hmm.
They are corrupt.
That's right. Mm-hmm. They got everything they need, and they still can't get right.
That's it.
And speak wickedly concerning oppression.
Right. And then they're going to scoff and also joke and laugh and make light of the people that's actually struggling and going through it. Right? Go ahead.
They speak lawfully.
Mm-hmm.
They set their mouth against the heavens, and a tongue walking through the earth.
Right. Who's your main atheist? So-called white man and the other heathens. Right? They don't believe in the Most High. They believe in themselves. Go ahead.
12th verse. Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches.
That's right. They're ungodly, but they prosper in the world. You got to be able to identify that, people. This is not what you want. This is not who you want to be around, because just like Most High raised up Pharaoh just to make him fall hard, right? You don't want to be around and caught up with these wicked individuals because you was covetous for their ill-gotten gain. You know what I'm saying?
That is proof to you that, like we've been saying all these years, that in order to make that huge amount of money, you got to sell yourself to Satan.
That's it.
Because it's a Satan kingdom.
That's right.
That's it.
Yeah.
There's no way around it. Mm-hmm. That I can see. I mean, there's a level that you can go to, and then when you get above that, I mean, Dave Chappelle said it. He hit that level, and then they came knocking at his door.
Yeah.
And that's real. That's real life. This book is real. This Bible is real. Everything that's going on is real, man. Everything matters, right? So that's why you gotta keep your head on a swivel, but also you gotta keep your head in this word, right? And out of trouble, out of foolishness.
And then when you tell Jake that, they get upset. They don't want to hear that.
Right.
Because they envious the oppressor. The Bible said they envious the oppressor.
They figure, you're just trying to stop me from getting the bag.
Yeah.
No, Negro, we're trying to tell you the bag is getting ready to be worthless, man.
Right.
We're trying to tell you what you should really be focusing on. But it's been destroyed, you lack of knowledge. Right? Alright, so
13, 14 words. Verily I cleanse my heart in vain and wash my hands in innocency.
Right. So I mean, a lot of times people will start to second guess themselves, like, you know what, man? So-called white man, that wicked, heartless devil over there, he's crapping on everybody, but he seems to be doing great. But I stopped eating shrimp, crab, lobster, and pork, and I'm still going through it. Maybe I made the wrong decision. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should have just stayed out there in the world. You can't get caught up and distracted with that type of mindset. That lets you know you need to stop focusing so much on the wicked, man, and start focusing on you and these scriptures and what you're supposed to be doing. Learn the laws, statutes, commandments, so you can start keeping them. That's it. All right.
For all day long I have been plagued. and chastise every morning.
Right. See? So, you know, you might question yourself from time to time, like, what's that? I think it's Ecclesiasticus 12:1 or 2:1. It's 2:1, where it says, you know, when you come to worship the Most High, prepare yourself for temptation, right? You just gotta stay steadfast. You gotta stay strong. You gotta keep praying and keeping the faith, right? So so now let's go to 2nd Ezra 9:13.
And therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly should be punished, and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved.
There you go. That's it. That's the whole point, man. Adjust your tension. Take it off of these carnal, materialistic things that are really of no value to you, because you already have the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native man. You already have the promises. You have the kingdom and the glory. So all this little stuff right here, man, that's just, if you're getting caught up on that, you're being short-sighted. You probably need to get with some Israelites so you can start reading and get in the spirit, right? And so then you won't be focused so much, or you're still focused on the wicked, but you're more or less counting their days, you know? You're more or less waiting for their demise, not being envious of them and trying to figure out where you went wrong and you should be more like them. No, that's all. Okay, so you just gotta stay in the right mind frame, all right? Is it on that?
A little more.
Okay, go ahead.
But inquire how the righteous shall be saved, who the world is, and for whom the world is created.
Just like I was saying, we got bigger and better things coming down the pipeline. So don't worry about that, and definitely don't be getting caught up in it, right? In the foolishness, because I mean, you're playing yourself, right? And you're shortchanging yourself. You do that. All right. So give me Sirach 32 and 17, and then jump down to 24.
Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 24, verse, no,
30.
chapter 32, verse 17.
Yeah.
Okay. A sinful man would not be reproved, but findeth an excuse according to his will.
That's right. But still, you know what's right and wrong. So why are you letting this wicked brother over here justify his wickedness to you, and you accepting it? No, you know what's right and wrong. And if this brother doesn't want to get right, you need to start putting some space between you and him, right? Or you might catch some of his missile fire. You know what I'm saying? All right, and so then jump down to 24.
He that believeth in the Lord taketh heed to the commandment, and he that trusteth in him shall fall never the worse.
That's right. So, hey, keep your eyes on the law, statutes, commandments, and your focus on the law, statutes, commandments, and keeping the faith, and you're gonna be fine, right? You're gonna do well. All right, so give me I'm gonna get Karab. I'm gonna have Karab. Give me that last one, Micah chapter 2 and 10. Close it out.
Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted.
That's right. Hey, wake up, man, and start to separate yourself from the American society, their wicked holidays, their celebrations, their rituals, right? Their wicked churches, right? You need to separate from all that, okay? Because this is not the end for us, and this is not as good as it gets for us, right? We're not living our best life in any way, shape, or form right here, right now. So you gotta arise and depart, right? Read on.
Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction.
That's right. Don't let it destroy you, right? So, hey, don't get distracted by the wicked that's going on around you. Just Keep your head held high, right? And do what's right. With that, I say peace and blessings to the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, and woe to the other nations. I say, Kwam Yasha Allah, and death to America.
Death to America.